Caner Universe, it is Cane Immersion Week, and we are excited to see you here this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And today's topic actually is going to tie into the next immersion, Cane Immersion, that we're going to have here at the Miami headquarters, which will complement this week's because it's going to focus on the C.O.B.R.A. C.O.B.R.A, again, Combat Objective Battle Ready Application Cane, a training system. It's based on the 10-week academy, virtual academy that you have on at CaneSelfDefenseUniversity.com. But I'm going to share with you a drill, a base drill. There are variations to this drill, as many as there are stars in the sky. The idea behind the training is it's reality-based training to overload the senses, much as you might have under the stress and duress of the moment. You can do it. It's a solo exercise. We're going to use a bag here, but you don't have to. You can substitute a bag or simulate that attack. Number one, we want to overload the senses. Number two, we want to see where your shutdown point is. It's a simple 3 to 4 commands that we're giving you that you're going to have to process. Auditory. And are you fumbling that? If you've never trained in this before, you may find that you're not as effective when you have somebody barking things out to you. Where is that shutdown point? We want to establish a base and get better with that. And then the third thing is, well, you may find that there is a fatigue factor to the drill, and you'll run it and you'll let it go as far as your student or yourself in this case, because this is a phenomenal drill that instructors will use, but also for yourself, right? And you see where you're at in that fatigue, where you're having to fatigue and fight. So this drill in your portals is called Cane Fight Retreat. So cane, and I'll explain really quick. When Kiko's going to come in, and when I say cane, that means that he is going to engage in here. When I say fight, he very specifically takes that cane, hooks it, and fights. We'll explain why this neuromuscular exercise, fight. We say retreat, then he backs off, fight, and I can mix it up. Right, so he's having to respond to my verbal cues, and we'll see it in action. There's always a command out there that I'll throw in, that I may throw it in any time, just to escalate a little bit. Kiko, that command, I'll let him know what it is drop. Now, if he's advanced and we've done this before, I don't even tell him that. He just needs to respond to what I call out. Ready? So we'll start in 3, in 2, in 1, and retreat! Fight! Cane! Fight! Retreat! Fight! Retreat! Weapon! No signal. Oh, cane! Down! Fight! Bring it all the way down, soldier! Down! Fight! Cane! And time! And turn face the camera. Glasses are falling off, all kinds of things. Well done, by the way. Kiko does this above average. So the student who's never done this before, this is an experienced instructor, so he knows exactly how this works. Now, remember how I told him drop? Right? What did I say instead? I didn't say, at one point I said weapon. Well, that wasn't one of the things, but he's an experienced guy, and he went in there. Let me show you how we do bring in the quote-unquote weapon. I want to welcome those of you that you carry, right, firearm. These days, infinitely more open to the training that we do with the cane. I remember back in the day getting out to the gun shows, and gun guys are all about guns. That's it. And this whole concept of using a cane in areas where you can't take your firearm, or to the concept of having the cane so that you can create the distance and time that will allow you to draw your firearm. This is huge. This is important. Do you have a knife on you? Can you get a knife real quick? And I want to show you why it is that these drills are important. So if I am here and I have the firearm, and he comes up from behind away from my tent, and whoa! at some point I'm here, I'm not drawn. I have that firearm there. Just from pressing here, now he can cut me either way that I go. So I'm gonna need an empty hand skill set. Oh, by the way, I have the cane here. So I don't wanna throw this cane down. I don't wanna get rid of the cane. So I'm gonna have to do down, right? And have enough time to go ahead and draw. Now, see how the cane drops here. Remember how I said I need to have this neuromuscular exercise that we teach you, that we train you to do. When he comes in and does this, I go here, right? So this is me clearing the tool and anchoring it at the same time. You're gonna clear, you're gonna anchor, then here comes the extraction. So when I go down, 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 and I do this rather than dropping, I go ahead and draw now. Down, 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 down! And give the very specific verbal. So that's the importance of being able to train like that. So what we're gonna do for this drill is give him the firearm. By the way, the firearm, quote unquote, may I? It's a prop, and any one of these will do. So you can charge this one, and it actually, right? Nobody's ever gotten shot 200. We have a 2,000%. No one ever got shot because we only use, say it together, props. Right? So he's going to put this away. Now, what I'm going to do is he's going to cane. He's going to fight. He can retreat, but when I say weapon, he needs to draw that firearm. So again, we're trying to overload. In 3, in 2, in 1, and weapon, 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 weapon! There's no up. Fight, 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 fight! Weapon! Cane! Now cane! Now fight! Retreat! Down! Gun! Oh, fumble that gun and fight! For crying out loud, let's go, move! Drop that cane, you drop that gun! Down! Fight! Weapon! He's fighting with the gun in the hand. Come on, soldier! Cane! Right on. You get what I mean? This is an experienced guy, and I'm busting his chops on purpose, but we're having him go. Get a little closer. Get a little closer. He's a trained guy, so he's still breathing through the nose. Now, it may surprise you that if you haven't done this before, that's part of it. So you're looking at it there, and you say, well, that doesn't look like it's too bad. Try it and you'll see what I'm talking about, right? So just to give you an idea, by the way, all this training happens, you have access to it at CaneSelfDefenseUniversity.com, and the course is the C.O.B.R.A, has nothing to do with the snake. Again, it stands for Combat Objective Battle Ready Application Cane. C.O.B.R.A Cane 10-week virtual academy. And so it takes you step by step. This is just one of the drills there, and I have different levels of this so that when your student or you think that you're really sharp with this, then we throw in something else and you can escalate as necessary. So that's it. Now, very exciting. Stay tuned, because this week at the immersion we will announce the dates, the next dates for the upcoming Cane Immersion, which will focus specifically on reality-based cane self-defense. Guys, as always, my staff and I are always here to serve you. Thank you so much always for that opportunity to serve. Don't forget that we actually enjoy talking to you, so you can give us a call at 800-289-8188. And whether it be a Raven, a drone, finest canes in the world, you can find them at AmericanCaneSelfDefense.com. Thanks for watching. Keep caning and always stay safe.